What's up guys, Sekapoko here, bringing you another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. For this we'll be going over the brand new X-Ray Colosseum and talking about all the things on it and what you can do to prepare for it. We'll also be going over what you can do to prepare for the new banner that's coming out. That's already out. Shoot, I'm late. For Basil Hawkins, who is... I go over in my last video, so check that out in the card description above. I'll also be going over some of the things for the boosted units that are going to be coming out in the next treasure mode, so make sure you check that out as well at the end. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So let's talk about Kayak Strike and talk about a little bit about what's going on with the Colosseum, exactly why it's difficult, or what we're going to do there. So the first thing is that Kayak Strike is going to be available from the 20th through the 27th of the month. It's going to be Slasher Fighter Cerebral. It's also going to be an ally you can rely on in the mid-March treasure map, which I hope is the next treasure map. I really hope there's not one at the end of the month. That would be so annoying. I'm hoping mid-March is like actually March 15th, not like March 1st or 2nd. No invasions after clears. 3 difficulties, Master Ultimate Challenges like every other Kai raid. Master difficulty you can run as many times as you want. Colosseum Kai X-Ray is not a guaranteed drop on Master difficulty, but on Ultimate, just the normal ones you're going to run on the Kai raids. You can run up to 7 times per day per version. So on Slasher 7 times, Fighter 7 times, Cerebral 7 times. It's the same as every other Kai raid, so just don't worry about it. Like, the change happened once Kai Colosseums came into play. So Kai raids and Kai Colosseums from here on forward is going to be 7 times per day, which is really nice, instead of 30-minute runs, which is way better. Challenge difficulty is going to be a total clearable a total of 3 times, and you're only going to use characters of 50 cost or less. So you can use raid bosses and Colosseum units, but you can't use any adventure mode units, etc. Which is weird, because one of the boosted units is Adventure Mode Sabo, so that's just okay. So the boosted units in this Adventure Mode, Kai Colosseum, receiving a 1.75 stat boost and a -10 cooldown at the start of the adventure. So for the character information over here, we can see that they're going to be Limited Law, Limited Basil Hawkins, Rare Recruit Kinemon, 20th Anniversary Robin, 20th Anniversary Frankie, Raid Sabo, Rare Recruit Vanderdecking, Colosseum Pedro, and finally Treasure Map Sabo. For the Slasher version, we're going to see that there is going to be a Dex Slasher team is going to be recommended. Gladius is going to have a very high amount of defense and is going to recover a fixed amount of health at the end after death, so Rare Recruit Vanderdecking is really good here. Also, on a side note, another unit that does fixed damage, that is a Slasher that on single target with a very high amount, is going to be Colosseum Moria. So if you do have him, he is also a good replacement for Rare Recruit Vanderdecking, but it's just not boosted. On X-Strike, he's going to convert all slots into empty, so Limited Law is supposed to be recommended for the orb manipulation, and they advise to give Rare Recruit Kinemon matching orbs so that you can use a special to give yourself your Dex Lectures Dex orbs for the burst. I don't know why that is. Maybe there's some kind of mechanic where V2 Fuji gets screwed over. I'm not really sure. Maybe you can't use Kizaru. I'm really not sure why it says that, but I'm hoping you can just use V2 Fuji friend or V2 Fuji and you'll be totally fine. For the fighter version, we're going to have Gladius is going to lower your team's attack, and Raid Sabo is recommended to add additional damage to your tap timing combo. X-Drake is going to have a 28 combo character and fodder with him. So they're recommending a 20th anniversary for 15 hit special as well as 100% defense reduction. And the reason they're going to say that is because they're just going to give you all block orbs, and they're going to ask you in addition to that to bring 20th Nami. So if you don't know, not 20th Nami, 20th Robin. 20th Robin, if you did not know, takes block orbs, empties all of your orbs, and after that, we'll do a wave clear type mechanic, so about 500k wave clear because you have so many block orbs. Another character that does that is Orlumbus, who I'm not sure is a fighter, but I think is a fighter. So he'll be able to do a similar mechanic if you do not have the 20th Robin, I believe. I'm going to check. I'm not really going to check on that, but I think that's what you can do. So you do have other options besides 20th Robin if you do not have her. And the nice thing is that Robin will give you also a conditional boost with defense reduction. You're supposed to use the Frankie after you use the Robin, so you do 15 hits of combo damage directly to the combo hit barrier in order to do extra damage to the barrier, so that you will be able to do more damage to the boss. So, and it'll also trigger the 1.5 times conditional boost, which is really, really nice. I don't really see either of these characters being 100% necessary, but definitely helpful. On the Cerebral version, Gladius is going to give you paralysis for a good amount of turns, so limited Basil Hawkins is recommended for this. A good amount of turns? I'm assuming that's like 5 or 10 turns, so it's going to be Cancer. Why? So there are other Cerebral paralysis removers, but if they make a Cerebral version of this that is almost unclearable without limited Basil Hawkins, I am going to be triggered. I'm going to be friggin' livid. Because that is dumb. Because I don't even think there is anybody else you could bring to this.
Watch out! The floor is lava!
So I went ahead and looked at it, and there's only a couple units that will reduce paralysis for a decent amount of turns, and the only 2 that I found that were over 5 turns, or 5 turns or more, were going to be the TS Nami and the new Shirahoshi. Everything else is 2 turns, maybe 3 turns, maybe 1 turn. So I'm hoping it's 5 turns, because if it's more than 5, why would you make this mechanic? That's dumb. So dumb. Please. Please! 5 at most, come on. Alright, on X-Ray stage, ore boost and attack boost are not allowed. You're supposed to use Treasure Map Sabo and Colosseum Pedro. So you have to use 2 free-to-play units, but extremely difficult farming free-to-play units in order to burst them down. Now, I have both of mine Pentamaxed, but there's a lot of people who are not going to be able to clear this Kai Colosseum because that's Cancer. So you need to have limited Hawkins, Sabo, and Pedro. That's freaking mean. Why would you do that? Alright, it's Kai Colosseum, so it's got to be difficult, but come on. This is a little overkill. It's not even, we're not even on the challenge stage. Alright, if we look at the missions here, we're going to have for Slasher, Fighter, and Cerebral, we're going to get Forbidden Tomes, Ray Points, just like normal, and we're also going to get attack cotton candies as well. I'm hoping we get attack cotton candies every single stage, so it's actually worth farming for the cotton candy. We'll see. I don't know. Of course, Cerebral gives attack cotton candy, everything else is scratch, so whatever. And you're going to get... What really sucks about this one is that you're not going to get any extra tomes on this for the Slasher version. You're only going to get 2 silver Cerebral Almighty Manuals for clearing 15 times. You're going to get 2 silver Cerebral Almighty Manuals for 15 times on the Slasher and Fighter version. And Cerebral will get the Almighty Gold Manual. You also get, for 9 times, 1 silver Cerebral Almighty and another Cerebral Almighty if you do it for the Fighter and Cerebral versions. And for the challenge difficulty, we are going to get a Blue Princess Turtle, 1 turkey. I don't think that's a scale up turkey, it might be though. And 10 gems. The 10 gems is really the only thing that's nice to do it for, but who cares otherwise. But big credit to Koalasan and Japan Uber Allies for the information and all the early translations, of course. The next thing we're going to be going over is the new Hawkins banner coming out on the Japanese version, which is going to be live now. And the banner is going to have a 30 gem multi for the first multi. It's going to be live from the 18th through the 28th. So the next Sugafest is on the 28th, or the next Sugafest is on March 1st. Now we know! So you can plan that out for your next Sugafest videos. It's only going to be Cerebral, Fighter, and Slasher units that are pullable. The first multi is 30 gems. The third multi is guaranteed limited rare recruit as the +1. Not all gold. Don't pull. Good talk. Good talk. That was easy, right? It was super hard. The new Hawkins is going to be a decent unit. We've gone over in previous videos, but he's okay. The captain's really good, but other than that, he's okay. The limited vertical pullable characters are going to be Basil Hawkins, Kobe, Arouge, Ben Beckman, Boss Jinbei, as well as Fisher Tiger. You have limited rare recruit units that will be rated up. And the rare recruit units that will be rated up are going to be Ichiji, which I need. Bellamy, V2 Sugar, Reiju, and Kinemon. That's basically it. That's all I got. Otherwise, I don't really think there's any really reason to pull. I mean, doing a 30 gem multi is kind of nice, but not all gold. No real cool stuff things. But you know, the only nice thing here is that if you do pull Hawkins, you're gonna have you're gonna put, if you pull the 4-star Hawkins, you get lock. You can basically bind, despair, and auto heal on your Hawkins. And if you do pull the 5-star versions, you actually get damage reduction, bind, despair, auto heal, which is nice because if you do limit break, you get the 5th socket and you get charge special afterwards. So overall, I am just not a fan. But the fact that you get free sockets on Hawkins is kind of nice. But he's farmable. I mean, Colosseum Hawkins is easy to farm, so who cares? My personal opinion is don't really pull on this. There's going to be other banners. I really don't see any reason to pull on this. It's just, we just had a Sugafest where I just said, well, maybe pull, but, you know, most people didn't pull. So save your gems. Just chill. You're not really going to need a whale out. 30 gems is not really worth pulling it. There have been better limited rare banners. I kind of want to pull just for one reason and one reason only. Ichiji is on the banner, and I want him. Looking at the rates for this banner, we're going to see that it's going to be a 45% chance of pulling a silver, so nothing. 50% chance for 4-star, and only 4.45% for a 5-star. For the 4-star parts of this banner, we can see the Hawkins is going to be a 2% rate to pull pretty much, if you include the 5-star rate and a 4-star rate together. Then we have all the banner units being at 2%. The cerebral units that you really want to pull, like the new Nami, the new Shirahoshi, are at a 0.25%. They have other parts of them too in the 5-star version. Like, they're basically under 0.5% to pull, so it's really not likely you're going to pull them. There's a large amount of pool units in the pool, of course, so there's not like a guaranteed there. Overall, it's like 10% to pull any of the banner units, so you're out of a multi-pull. You probably should see 1, maybe 2 of them at most. If you're really lucky, you see 4 or 5, but you know, a lot of people are going to see 0. So definitely interesting to see a 10% rate to pull any of the banner units, but really not that high. If it was like 3% per unit, I might pull, but I'm not really incentivized to pull right now. On the guaranteed 3rd multi, there is a even chance, pretty much even. I mean, it's a little stilted, but we're talking like this much. It's pretty much 11% across the board, and then 12, a little bit higher for the Hawkins, which is fair. I'm down. That's like 1% higher. It's not that bad. That's fine. So it's a fair chance to pull all the limited rare recruits that we mentioned earlier, like Basil Hawkins, Kobe, Aruj, Ben Beckman, Boston Bay, Log Law, Fisher Tiger, and Aokiji, but it's only available in the 4-star version, but not available in the 5-star version. Really not sure why, but that's just how they rolled it. Oh, is that him right there? I don't actually know. Who cares? So if you're heavy on limited rare recruits now, it's a little bit harder to pull this Hawkins guaranteed. So overall, even if you're gonna do 3 multis, 1 multi, whatever, it's really not that worth it. I mean, getting Kobe would be nice, Aruj would be nice, Ben Beckman just got power crept like crazy. Boss Jamie got power crept like crazy. Log Law is only useful like 10% of the time, if that, like 1-2% maybe. Fisher Tiger's pretty good, not that great. Aokiji's pretty good, not that great. So really you're pulling for Kobe and Hawkins, and you have a 25% chance of getting either of them. So it's, 3 multis for a 25% chance of getting a good unit it's not great. It's not great. So overall, I don't like this banner. If you're Omega Whale and you really need every unit, obviously you're gonna pull, but you know, I say no, don't pull. The last bit of news here we have, of course, is going to be the boosted units for the next adventure mode. We just know a few of them, we don't know a lot of them, but we do know some of them are coming out. So, we know that it's going to be the Strength X Dex Sabo for treasure map units. The new raid units are going to be Dex Aokiji for Kai Aokiji. Then there's Kai Enel, Int Magellan, Dex Virgo, Strength Blackbeard, and Dex Duval. The Colosseum unit is going to be Quick Kai Killer again, Quick X-Ray Kai, whatever, and Quick Oars and Psy Hogback. There might be another Fortnite unit in there. I don't know yet, but these are the ones we know thus far. There will probably be more, and there'll be legends, rare recruits, and everything. But those will probably be available once they have been added into the game, and we actually know what the new next rare recruit batch is, as well as the next legend is. We'll probably get an information on the next 6+, probably within the next week or so. And once we know what the next 6+ is, then we'll be able to throw those into the boosted map list, so we'll know more of them. Alright guys, well, my name is Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you smack the like button down below, as well as the subscribe button down below, so we get lots of support the channel, and of course keep the channel growing. If you guys do want to get notifications on all my videos, make sure you guys smack the bell notification right next to it, so you guys get notifications every time I drop a video. If you guys didn't know, we're actually, at the time of recording this video, about 4,960 470 subscribers or so, and I think we're at 5K subscribers by the time I'll release it. So guys, thank you so much for all supporting the channel. Very much appreciate it. I'm glad to have grown so much in the last year. Very, very much appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna have to keep giving out great content if you guys keep pushing on the channel. So guys, thank you so much for all the likes and of all the subscription you guys are having for the channel. Have a great rest of the day, guys. Peace.